Imagine this, a tired single dad juggling two little girls, rushing between work, school drop-offs, and late-night cooking, and then one day, a babysitter walks in who seems ordinary, yet she carries a secret that could change all their lives forever. Don't scroll away, because what happens between this struggling father, his twin daughters, and this mysterious young woman will touch your heart. And if you believe love, kindness, and second chances can transform lives, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss more stories like this one. Ethan Rivera was a man whose life had been turned upside down 2 years ago. He wasn't born rich. He worked as a project manager in a mid-sized construction firm, barely holding onto his job after his wife walked away, leaving him alone with two 4-year-old twin daughters, Lily and Emma. The girls were the light of his world, but also his biggest challenge. No matter how much Ethan loved them, he was always exhausted. Cooking their meals, helping with homework, calming their cries at night, and then putting on a brave face at work where deadlines didn't wait. What broke him the most wasn't the tiredness, it was the guilt. The guilt that sometimes he couldn't be everywhere. He would miss school events or show up late to pick them up. Lily once asked him quietly, "Daddy, why don't you smile anymore?" And that question lived in his heart like a thorn. One chilly morning, Ethan realized he couldn't keep doing it alone. He needed help. His boss had warned him about being late one more time, and the girls' teacher had hinted that maybe they needed a little more attention. That evening, after tucking the twins in bed, he placed an ad for a babysitter online. He wasn't expecting much, just someone trustworthy who could help him breathe again. The next day, a young woman knocked on his door. She introduced herself simply as Maya. She looked barely in her 20s, dressed plainly in jeans and a sweater. There was something gentle in her smile, though her eyes carried a depth Ethan couldn't quite place. She said she had experience caring for children and wanted to help. Out of desperation, Ethan hired her on the spot. From the very first day, Maya was different. She didn't just watch the girls, she played with them, taught them songs, and patiently tied their shoelaces while humming softly. She cooked pancakes shaped like hearts, listened to Emma's endless stories about fairies, and sat with Lily during her shy silences until the little girl finally opened up. Ethan noticed something. His daughters, who had been restless and sometimes withdrawn, were suddenly laughing again. But what Ethan didn't know was that Maya wasn't who she appeared to be. She wasn't some random girl looking for babysitting jobs. She was Maya Harrington, the daughter of the company's CEO. She had grown up in luxury but felt trapped in a golden cage. Tired of being judged for her last name, tired of living under her father's shadow, she decided to step into the real world, anonymously, to prove she could build something meaningful on her own. She found Ethan's ad by chance, and something about it tugged at her heart. The days turned into weeks, and Ethan began noticing subtle changes in himself. For the first time in years, he had someone to lean on. One night after a late shift, he found the twins fast asleep, their homework neatly done, their toys put away, and Maya waiting with a warm cup of tea. They sat in the kitchen, the dim light casting soft shadows, and Ethan admitted in a low voice, "Sometimes I feel like I'm failing them." Maya looked at him steadily. "You're not failing them. They don't see your tiredness. They see your love. And love is what makes a father." Ethan had to look away, because for the first time in months, he felt tears threaten his eyes. He hadn't heard words like that in so long. Still, shadows loomed. Ethan's company was struggling financially, and layoffs were being whispered about. He worked harder, coming home later, sometimes too drained even to sit for dinner. Maya noticed, and though she wanted to reveal who she truly was, someone who could actually help, she kept silent. She wanted Ethan to see her for herself, not her family name. One Friday evening, as Ethan walked through the front door, he found the twins and Maya waiting with a surprise. The living room was filled with paper flowers and drawings taped to the wall. A little banner, hand-drawn by the girls, read, "We love you, Daddy." Lily and Emma hugged him so tight that he couldn't breathe. And then Maya quietly placed a small cake in front of him. "It's not your birthday," she said softly, "but it's a celebration. For you. Because you're doing more than most people could." Ethan, holding his daughters close, looked at Maya, his voice hoarse. "I don't know what I would have done without you." It was then he realized, she wasn't just a babysitter anymore. She had become part of their family. But fate doesn't let secrets hide forever. One Monday morning, Ethan was called into a meeting with the CEO himself, Charles Harrington. Nervous, he walked into the glass-walled office. And there, standing beside the CEO, was Maya. Not in her jeans and sweater, but in a sharp business suit. Ethan froze, his mind spinning. "Mr. Rivera," the CEO said, "I've heard a lot about your dedication and integrity. My daughter has been observing things closely. She believes in you, and so do I." The room went silent. Ethan could hardly breathe. Maya's eyes searched his, full of apology and hope. "I should have told you, Ethan," she whispered later. "I just wanted to be seen.